Hey Sagittarius, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your next 72 hours at the end of June 2021. We're going to be looking at your overall energy for the next 3 days and clarifying and expanding on that a little bit. We're going to see some energy that you don't see coming, and we're going to get some advice from your angels and guides. And we are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Any cross watchers are welcome here. You're getting the overall energy for your next 3 days. Here we go. And we have balance, harmony, equilibrium, centered, calm. Yeah, that is nice. That's a nice next 3 days. Okay, let's take a look at that nice balanced energy. What are you balancing, Sagittarius? When I say that, I feel like there are lots of plates spinning. I feel like you've got lots of balls in the air, so to speak. You got a lot of plates spinning. Let's see. Here we go. So we've got the Four of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. It very much looks like you are in the next 3 days contemplating a very tangible new beginning. This is some kind of a partnership, and it looks like you are taking some time to meditate on the situation and think about this. Meditating, figuring out, making a choice about a very tangible opportunity. And this opportunity has to do with resources. What fills you up? I was going to say, what makes you whole? But wow, yeah. And I'm also hearing what completes you. And I'm also hearing what completes the cycle. So let's go ahead and clarify that a little bit, Sagittarius. The things that you are balancing, bringing harmony and equilibrium to. You're getting centered about this, thinking about it, partnership. This is creating the opportunity to create a solid foundation. And it does look like it is with someone. It also looks like you are choosing between. It's like you have to choose this or this. You have to choose one thing or the other. For some of you, this has to do with a move. It is about making a commitment. It could very well be making a commitment to something that you weren't planning on. It like kind of changes the face of everything. It changes the trajectory of everything. This is like an image changer. So this is about making a commitment to something that wasn't what you were expecting or planning on. Not necessarily something though that is bad. It could be like, whoa, I wasn't expecting my life to take this type of a turn. And now I'm like doing this thing I never thought I would do, something like that. And it is something that you're very much emotionally invested in. So let's take a look here. We're going to clarify a little bit more. This is also, okay, so not without its challenges. That doesn't mean that challenges are going to like break the bank or break, like this is a deal breaker, but there are things to be worked through. that will come up that just need to be worked through, worked on. It's like I want to say there's a halt in perspective. Like you think it's going one way and then you have to tweak it a little bit and keep going and tweak it a little bit and keep going. This is also some kind of divine timing that's taking place. I like to, well, I mean, I like to explain it like this, but it's like a bookmark. It's like everything's going one way down uh, your divine timeline, and then all of a sudden you hit the bookmark and everything takes a turn, takes a different turn. This does look like a jackpot, though. This does look like a fairy tale shift an image. So even though it's not without its challenges, it does look like um, this is this feels like this feels like winning. This feels like an up cycle. Okay, a card fell in the floor. Oh, two. All right, we'll use both of those. So this thing that you are investing in emotionally has to do with Empress energy. This is complete abundance. Notice that these are all major arcana here. This is also about completely switching channels. So this feels very fortuitous and this will expand and grow. So this is about growing money, something that you're emotionally invested in will make you money, bring you resources. This is also about switching your frequency, changing your frequency, perhaps changing it more to connect with abundance, releasing any kind of lack mentality. And this might be diving deep to figure out where your lack mentality shows up in your life. You can be very successful or even, have lots of resources about you and still experience lack. So this is about taking a look at it and switching channels, like nipping it in the bud and um, dealing with it, looking at it and shifting it instead of acting like you don't need to take a look at it right now or acting like that happened a long time ago or this is like, bring it up. Don't be afraid of it. Look at it, deal with it, shift it, and all of this seems to fall into place. This is beautiful, Sagittarius. I love it. Okay, let's take a look at these messages of love, asking your angels and guides for some advice for the next 3 days for you. Actually, I'm ahead of the game. I want to know what's coming that you don't see coming. What's coming forward that you don't see coming, and then we will get some advice. And definitely the end of a cycle. So here's the new cycle. Adjudication. And unexpected income. Very much shifting from an old way of being brings reward. And that can happen faster than you think. The energy of the next 3 days encompasses this. There's a lot of abundance here. Let's take a look at what your angels want to say. Trust. It is safe to trust in the situation. I feel like somebody is dealing with trust issues about trusting themselves. It's like they have waves of trusting themselves, but then they turn and go backwards. That could be part of this challenge right here. It's like sometimes they feel like very connected with the universe, and then sometimes they turn their back on it and ignore it. I feel like that's why the looking at lack in your energy field, there's nothing wrong with looking at lack in your energy field or even acknowledging that it's there. The issue comes when you don't deal with it and switch channels and switch it up. But I feel like somebody doesn't want to admit that it's there. Okay. Huh. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate, but not enduring. So somebody is talking about this looks like quite a transaction. Wow. And even with the Empress here too. This could be someone who is wanting to have some kind of intimate relationship with an Empress that doesn't have to do, well, I mean, it could have to do with some kind of transactional new beginning. That's not for all of you though. You know, I also want to say this, trusting yourself. I know this is a strictly sexual card, but this could also be very like just tactile. Like you trust yourself based on what kind of energy you're feeling in your body. And that's actually stepping back into your power and being very connected with how your body is reacting and responding to different decisions. Keep that in mind. Like this can literally be about muscle testing or feeling nauseous or feeling elated, feeling Kundalini energy. Like listen to your body and what it's telling you. What's yes, what's no, that kind of thing. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. And this also might be you offering apology that someone else wants to hear. That can also, when you tie up loose ends like that, it can affect your lack. It can tie up those loose ends when it comes to lack or challenges here. Okay, well, let's take a look at one last card, what your angels and guides are wanting to tell you to focus on for your highest and your greatest good, your most benevolent outcomes in your present time timeline. And Realm Bridger. I love this card. The Realm Bridger is all about connecting past lives, present lives, future lives. It's taking all of the wisdom that you have acquired in all of your lives and bridging them together so that you can use them in your present time timeline. All of that wisdom that you've learned in those lives, bringing them here. It's also really getting in touch with all of the layers of you, all of the layers throughout time and space, no time, no space. And that is what's helping you switch channels. That's what, and what I mean by that is channeling different energy, switching focus, putting your attention to something different, moving your attention from something or some way of thinking to a different way of thinking, a new way of thinking. If you're focusing on this orange ball, let's focus on this blue ball. I totally didn't mean to say it like that. Okay, anyway, uh, it's just about switching your focus and changing your frequency. Wow. And this is demorderite. This is all this is all about healing past lives and that lack, any lack that's coming in too, could be energy coming in from past lives. It's just surfacing that wants to release. So keep that in mind too. All right, Sagittarius, let me know how this resonated with you. And I'll be back in July. Like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon, Sag.